Hey, Chuck here from Timber Dogs. It's a beautiful cold day in November. I'm out here in the middle of the afternoon. Had a busy morning. I was doing some stuff around the house, and then I got into some projects on my knife. I made two new fire steels. I'll show some pictures of it. Ordered some fire steels from firesteel.com, kind of on the recommendation of Joe Robinet. He's always saying how great they are, and man, those are great fire steels. They throw off lots of gobs, gobs and gobs of sparks. But I wanted to put some handles on it, so I had some deer antler I had found, and so I cut and drilled some deer antler and put it on there, and got some elastic, and kind of got all my knives situated with new fire steels with elastic bands so they don't lose them and stuff like that. So I'm out here today. I'm just going to make a little hot chocolate. Brought Xander out, took a hike to one of our regular spots, and I was just thinking, I was looking back on my videos, and I built the original bench in this spot, a little seat I made. I think I built it 3 years ago in the woods here, and it's just been sitting here pretty much undisturbed except for a few animals. Brought some deer jerky out today, out from a friend, and some almonds, just having a little snack. I'm gonna let that fire kind of burn a little bit, gives you a little bit of warmth. Beautiful jerky, look at that. Just celebrating my birthday next week, and my kids got me a few things which was really kind of cool. My daughter's got me one of those fans that you sit on top of a wood stove. It generates its own power and pushes the air around, which is nice in the house. My son and his wife got me the K-Bar Hobo set. I love this little set. It's like has a spoon. It's a really sharp knife, and it has a fork with a little bottle opener there. The cool part about this thing is that you just push it and it comes apart. So now you have a knife, fork, and spoon set. It's all separate. See, I can open it all up. Have a separate spoon. A fork, and the knife is actually lock. It has a lock mechanism, so it's a lock blade. So you have a knife, fork, and spoon, and it folds into a neat little package, and it's all stainless steel, so it cleans up easy. So I'll be looking forward to using this in the future. I'm going to do a little more cooking now that it's cold out. And I like cooking in the woods when it's colder. Is that good? Mm-hmm. Man, he's covered in burrs. So am I. It kind of came in a different way today. That's good. It's a beautiful day out. Cold, clear, sunny. All that steam going off that. Yeah, easy there, Pop. You want some of this? Here you go, Pop. It's a little bit cold, that jerky, but man, it's good. It's hot chocolate, bub. We had a little scare with Xander. He was having a lot of troubles holding his bladder, and my experience with that in the past has been it's either kidney problems or liver function problems. So had him into the vet, and sure enough, it was a liver, which is a little scary. A lot of times that's cancer, but I got this great new vet, Penn Ridge Veterinary Hospital. Little shout out. They hooked me up with some liver supplements And they thought he might just have a little bacterial infection, so we got him in. We've been medicating him and taking care of him and really watching out for him. And had to be careful because he wasn't able to hold his bladder so much. I had to get him in and out a lot. And but he's doing great now. He seems to be bouncing back, and he's real happy to get out on a hike. I haven't had him out in a couple of weeks because of all the medication, and it was raining, and I didn't want to push the situation. But he really loves being out here. Little squirrels and birds and chipmunks, and gets them all thinking and getting all spooked up, getting his ears perked up. I've had a big 6-point buck, I think it's 6-pointer, hanging around my house a lot. Unfortunately, you can't hunt near my house. You can only, there's no hunting in our town. But it's kind of cool to see. We always have 3 or 4 deer that are always living in our backyard. Technically, I'm on vacation now. Started vacation on 2 days ago, Friday, the last day, and I'm going to be spending some time with my folks. I'm going to get a lot of time to spend with my mom and dad. And my dad's my main hero. He was a Marine with the 1st Marine Division at the Chosin Reservoir in Korea. If none of you know about the Battle of the Chosin Reservoir, Chosin, look it up. It is an epic battle. I did finished off some modifications on my Becker. I put in some cable straps to hold my firesteel. I made this firesteel today. It's just I bought the firesteel from firesteel.com. Highly recommended. And I just took a piece of antler I found in the woods here, drilled it out, and put a little hole through it so I could put a piece of elastic on it. And boy, this thing throws gobs of sparks. Super happy with it. And one of the problems with the BK2 is that when you get them, their spine is not ground. It's not very sharp, so I ground the top of the spine off a little bit. And man, it's nice and sharp now, which is nice. I couldn't really spark things with it, but because I lit up this stove here today, no problem. And it's nice because I don't have to bring a little sparker with me anymore. And kind of getting back into the BK2 is one of my, I think I started out with Moras like a lot of people do, and I still have a Mora Eldris I love, and I still have a Mora Companion that I kind of use every day at work now, actually. But I like the thicker spine on some of the knives because for batoning or just chopping, I end up doing a lot of chopping with it and stuff like that. I found that sometimes I don't have to bring my hatchet as much, or I don't have to bring an axe or something like that if I'm just doing small stuff like today. But so I've been using my BK2 a little bit. I know a lot of people can't stand the stock handles, but I don't know, they seem to fit my hand great. I never had slippage problems on them. The only thing I did with this was I did a video on it where I stripped it and did a forced patina with apple cider vinegar. And today I actually ground the back of it and I put that thing on there. I also installed a piece of plastic inside the belt loop. It's a little piece of plastic in there. I don't know if you can see that. But these Chicago screws kind of hold it in place. And what that did was when you were pulling the knife out, this thing was floppy. And you couldn't get the knife out real. Now it's a little bit more rigid. It still has some flexibility, but it's rigid when you pull the knife out. And if it's on your waist, it's easy to use now. So kind of finally getting this knife and this nice little package together. And I could probably lose this retention strap because it never comes out of here. But I don't know. When I'm in camp, I don't have it on it, but if I start walking, I'll just snap it just to be sure. It's way better safe than sorry, I think. So I'm kind of excited to be using the BK2 again. I had a beautiful knife from my friend Shane, and I've been hesitant to take it out in really crappy weather or muddy things because it's just a beautiful knife. But I did put a new firesteel on that today too. I made a firesteel with a smaller of a piece of antler on it so it would fit into the sheath better. I got a little piece of elastic on that and everything, so now I have that one kind of set. So I'll be probably just rotating knives. Xander's like, man, I need some of that jerky. He's like, I just need it. He doesn't want it, he needs it. What's on that, buddy? What a good boy. And it's gone. Happy to have him and being a little bit healthy right now. A little bit touch and go there for a few days. But I'd like to keep him around for a couple more years. Well, shout out to my friend Tom from Kimborough. He just lost his he lost his dog Cornelius not long ago, and I know how tough that can be. I haven't been a dog sledder, and I'm kind of transitioning out of it. I haven't replaced any dogs. Xander's the only dog I got new in the last 10 years, and I had 10 years ago I had 8 dogs, and I added Xander. So at one point, that means I lost all 8 of those dogs in the last. Actually, I lost all 8 dogs inside of 9 years. That's what happens when you have. I got 2 sets of siblings. I had 3 Inuit dogs that were all from the same litter, and I had 2 Alaskan Huskies that were from the same litter, and so they all kind of died in clumps. It was a tough time for me, but that's Xander now, and kind of enjoying only having 1 dog right now. I got him from my friend Christine up in New Hampshire, and he was a sled dog on her team for a while. I've been real pleased with my solo stove, but the one constant complaint that kind of bugs me all the time is the bags they come in. It has a little bag to put the stove in, and that slides inside this pot, and then you got this bag that the pot goes in, but you can barely fit it around the pot. And you're sitting here fooling with it. As your fingers get cold in the wintertime, it becomes more of a pain in the ass. So, I just make one suggestion to the solo stove company. It was like, let's make these bags a hair bigger, man. Just a hair bigger. Make it easier to slide in and out. But it is a great compact little system. So I can't complain about the system itself. Anyway, I think I'm packing up here. I'm pretty much packed up. And I'm going to do a little hike out probably, but I'm losing power here, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.